Thank you for being here tonight and learning more about becoming a candidate for the National Board of Directors. I want to share my PowerPoint with you just to go over some of the tidbits that we shared with participants that joined us on the call. Let's first check out our mission statement. The mission statement of the American Businesswomen's Association is to bring together businesswomen of diverse occupations and to provide opportunities to help themselves and others grow personally and professionally through leadership, education, networking support, and national recognition. And why is that important for us as we come together tonight? It's because this is what we're here for. We're here for leadership. And who better to guide us are our legacy leaders. Check out this board of amazing women who have served from District 1 on the National Board of Directors, whether that's been District 1 Vice President, National Secretary Treasurer, National Vice President, and National President of American Businesswomen's Association. Yes, we have lots of legacy leaders in our district, recognizing national presidents Kathy Butler, Lynn Drone, Dr. Sonia Ogletree Santani, Felicia Johnson, and Trina Kazi, followed by numerous national board officers, Ms. Janie Brown, Teresa Williams, Gina Berry, Ann O'Neill, Rachelle Jamerson Holmes, Christine Wright, Lois Margolin, Myra Stevens Brown, and yours truly, Janice Hall, your current District 1 Vice President. And let's get right to it. We want to talk about becoming a candidate, things to know. The first thing is we really want you to know the eligibility criteria. Be an ABWA member for at least 2 years. Be a member of your sponsoring league for at least 1 year. Have held a current or previous elected office in your local league. So that means one of the elected positions on your executive board, president, vice president, treasurer, or secretary. And some chapters also have a third elected position, but those are the 4 positions that you need to have held. Some people think you have to have been president of your chapter. You do not, but you do need to have been one of the elected positions. Be employed full-time or part-time, and that also includes your own business, being a business owner. And of course, you need to attend the National Women's Leadership Conference. This year we will be in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So if you plan to be a candidate, also plan to be at the National Women's Leadership Conference. There's no age requirements, educational requirements. You will enhance your social skills, and you should have a general understanding and knowledge. I won't go through this entire document, but I do want to remind you that this can be found on Community Connections under Candidate Information, along with other documents that you will want to review and learn for yourself as you move forward. Also, check out your ABWA national bylaws, not just for being a candidate, but in general as a member. Know your bylaws. The criteria, again, is listed in your bylaws, reference pages 4 through 7. It also talks about the board of directors and their roles. So again, take time to educate yourself as you consider moving forward in leadership within ABWA. And sometimes that's for your chapter first and then on to a national level. Now, what I want to share with you before we go into our question and answers with the experts tonight, who are our past national officers from District 1, I want to give you 10 tips to prep and serve. Number 1, embrace your brand, theme, message, purpose. So you're planning to be a candidate. Think of why you want to run. Think about what motivates you, what messages that you want to share, and then continue to grow and be consistent in that. That becomes who you are. That is who you are and should be who you are. Be authentic in your message. Be authentic in your brand. Your brand represents you. Number 2, connect with the legacy leader. You see, I have connected with our legacy leader from the Columbia Triad chapter, Janie Brown. She was National Secretary Treasurer in 1991, and she was one of the first stops I made when considering to move up. 3, build your support team. Others may call it your campaign team. But you will have supporters that are not necessarily on your campaign team, but of course, your campaign team are your supporters as well. Build a team that's diverse, having maybe someone who's critiquing attire, a speech coach, a treasurer is necessary, creative mind, somebody who's good on social media, someone who can develop your flyers, your postings, and of course you need a campaign manager. So start thinking about who your team will be. Number 4, build a balance. When I talk about balance, I talk about your time, your talents, and your treasures are needed as you move forward with ABWA. Most of us have families, most of us have jobs, so be sure that you balance ABWA time with your family time. Let your family know that you're moving or wanting to move forward in your leadership journey and that you have their support. And continue to give to your community, continue to give to your chapter, and continue to move forward in your journey to be a part of ABWA's National Board. Read for comprehension and expand your knowledge. I can't say this enough. Get on Community Connections. Check out all the resources, especially those as relates to being a candidate and being on the board. There are guidelines there in Community Connections. And also take time to do an APEX course. Continue to learn and grow because these skills will come in handy for you as you continue to branch out and expand your reach. Number 6, enjoy the experience as you embrace the tenets of ABWA's mission. The mission of leadership, education, networking support, and national recognition, they're all wrapped up together as you move forward on your journey toward being a national leader. Number 7, you know me, I got my brand, Smile. Smile even when you're tired. And sometimes we've had long days, and that's not okay, but yes, that's okay because we still want to show up. Do what you say and say what you do. Show up and show up with a smile. Yes, you may be tired, but we don't have to know that. Number 8, as somebody told me, wear a jacket. Oh, yeah, and don't forget to put on some lipstick. We're doing a lot of Zooming, a lot of just being in front of people, and that just gives you that extra oomph for appearance. Because after all, we are an American businesswoman. 9, practice in the mirror and record on Zoom. Stay ready to articulate your story. That might mean you're in the mirror and your family's like, why she's always talking to herself? Well, because you're practicing. Make sure your coach is, having you practice. Practice in front of live people. But whatever you do, practice and stay ready. Nobody can put you on the spot when you didn't know you had to speak because you stayed ready. Last but not least, number 10, have fun. As you lead, learn, grow, and connect across this great district, this great nation, be you. Be happy because that's who you want to show up as, yourself. So I hope these 10 tips will help you as you prepare to serve and be a candidate. There's also lots of frequently asked questions that you can go and check out on Community Connections. And next up, we will have an informal session with the experts in the room on the next part of this presentation. So thank you for joining me, allowing me to share the tips with you. I look forward to being a part of your journey as you move up to National Board of Directors of the American Businesswomen's Association. Thank you.